You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for ideologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
This is to protect rights.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. As
Hello.
we protect rights, I'm Dave.
And I am Melissa.
And I'm Carrie.
And
we protect rights
We do. And
We
we're
love that.
gonna talk about protecting rights in a few minutes, which is good because
in
like
New
I
York
said,
State specifically.
blank piece of paper.
Ooh.
How has your week been, Carrie, in school?
I've had a great week.
Oh, it's been horrible.
It's been
Yeah, yours
very,
is-
very
yeah.
busy, but I work in a different place.
I don't believe in this, and I know you're gonna yell at me. Maybe we may have talked about this on the show, but who knows?
It's all
I
right,
can't
whatever.
remember. I don't believe it's actually this, but I was like, could be the full moon this week. But my kids have been off the fucking wall, man.
Oh, my kids are off the wall, but
Yeah.
to me, that's fun.
No, not in a good way. They're not
Not in the fun way.
Yeah, not in the fun
Not in the way-
the
yeah.
breaking up fights kind of way.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, no, not.
Yeah,
no,
that's
I
not-
work at the
yeah.
psychiatric center.
I understand, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, that's why I'm just. Oh god. And like so, yesterday with the fights, like the older kids, they got like timed out. They like don't come to school today, kind of thing. So the middle schoolers went, well, if they're not around, we'll pick up the banner, and they were fucking assholes today.
Do you think it's all the electromagnetic northern light stuff going on?
I have no idea. It's everything.
Full moon?
We're also 20 miles from a nuclear power plant that's breaking
Who knows?
apart. And who
Wait,
the
it
fuck-
is? Dang.
Well, Gannett is like 20 years past they were supposed to have shut it down by now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no plans to. Right?
But you see all those
so
commercials about
creepy.
that's just
I know.
steam coming up.
whatever.
It's so fucking
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
yeah, not
And-
not comfortable
and
about
the-
how close we all live
And
to
the
that.
because of again,
And we wonder why there's all of these learning disabilities
gonna
and
do
whatnot's
a-
going out
all right, I'm
there.
going to do a visual thing. Sorry about this,
Mm-hmm.
listeners. And because of my buddy, capitalism. The nuclear.
What was that?
That's a sign for capitalism.
It's one of the
Oh,
signs.
okay.
Yep.
Dollar
I've-
signs
the
over
dollar
your eyes.
signs.
Oh,
yeah, I
okay.
learned about that recently.
Because of capitalism, the nuclear lobby is taking advantage of climate change problems, like all the shitty hurricanes, like intense, going, hey, look, there's no carbon in nuclear.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
I've
we're
seen
all
the commercials.
glowing.
I've
Yeah.
seen the commercials.
It's just
yeah.
steam
I
coming
totally-
out.
Yeah, right.
I saw the commercials and I was like, wait.
But what do we do with all the
Makes your
nuclear
ovaries-
waste?
What?
Makes all your ovaries glow. Ooh.
Like, what,
So
just
then
watch the fucking Simpsons for crying out loud.
so now we're just going to go to medical
Yeah.
issues
The
are
Simpsons-
just going to come up.
Simpsons is well, even with carbon it still is because of asthma rates and stuff.
Well, I know we're just going to go to cancer instead.
I just remember
The Simpsons. I think is almost like a documentary now.
Oh my god!
Right?
Right.
because like even like Lisa Simpson dressed like very similar to and when she became president, like Kamala Harris.
Every week there's another.
It's eerie. No, it's true. You
Oh
can
my gosh.
look
And
it up.
and
The
it-
pearls and everything.
Every week there's
Springfield,
another
Ohio. Oh
Simpsons
my
meme.
gosh!
There's another Simpsons.
The cats,
meme.
the dogs.
Springfield.
They
Oh my God,
called
that
it-
too.
There every week. There's another one. Simpsons called it 7 years ago. Something that happens. It was on. The
And they
Simpsons
even
7 years
called
ago.
Grandpa Simpson Trump.
Yeah.
Well, the Trump escalator thing.
Yeah,
That was fucking.
and his whole thing about the eating the cats and the dog. They called him Grandpa Simpson, and it's Springfield, Ohio. Springfield. I mean, it's
So what
oh
was
my
going on
gosh.
there? Was Matt Groening like psychic?
They're still around.
No, but
so
I
they're-
I did just see
I
this.
don't. Is
Yeah,
Matt
the
Groening
Simpsons are still
alive?
on.
No, Matt Groening. I don't think Matt Groening's still
Oh, that I
alive.
don't know. Whoever's in.
Creator.
So I do have
sorry.
one thing, even though I didn't have a list of topics. I just
Yeah.
thought you are please no pressure to participate in this whatsoever. Okay,
Okay.
Massive pressure.
really?
I'm kidding.
Well, that's
No, we
more
don't
wine
have
then.
pressure. Yeah.
So
Be cool, man.
it's
Be cool.
I for however many years I've been doing this, not the podcast, something else I'm about to tell you. I get a chance to take advantage of it, all the work, all the hard work and preparation I've done, maybe just a little bit, but I end up wasting a lot of the time and effort and resources on this because I don't know what to do with it once it actually is successful, and that is my chiltepin peppers. for those who haven't heard the show when I've talked about them, I had this idea from a book that's somewhere buried in this mess. About this, I was reading this story about this certain kind of peppers that grow in Arizona, New Mexico, and into regular Mexico. In the wild.
Sorry.
It looks like a bush, but it has these little, you know how you have around here up north in the Northeast, you have those little red like berries they say don't eat because
yeah. I
they
know what
look
you're
exactly like that, but these are just hot peppers.
Yeah.
And but with the way they described the heat was really fascinating to me. It's like super stupid hot for like 3 seconds, and then it fades away and you taste fruit. I was like, oh my God. This sounds.
I mean, it sounds
crazy.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, how interesting? Yeah,
So
of course.
years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, I'm like, well, okay, I know I live in upstate New York, and this is supposed to be in desert. Let me just. How much is a packet of seeds? It was $5 maybe.
You're
I
like,
can't
fine,
remember.
fucking $5. Like, what's
Right.
the worst? The worst is I'm out $5.
Right.
Yeah.
So from that first try, I got one plant to keep going. It is in my bedroom right now because of the cold weather that started this week.
Yeah.
So I keep it in my bedroom all winter with a
And?
grow light. And so now they're there. They start,
they're there?
And I tried another 2 plants, and I got 3 plants now, 2 smaller ones because they're just brand new. And
That's so cool.
so if anybody wants,
You're gonna
to
end up
try
getting.
one,
You're gonna end up getting like one of those
have-
big grow things.
I'll
that
take
you
the
can-
biggest one. No.
I'll try one.
But if you really don't dig hot stuff,
I
I'm
don't.
a little afraid because
Then
I've. Yeah.
I'm
beer
afraid,
will
but I'll
help.
do it.
Beer will help. Okay, that's why
How
I
long
do
is it
it.
supposed to be?
I said 3 seconds. It could be like 5 or 10. It's hot. It's gonna be hot at the beginning. And I'll even go first if you want. I
ahead.
don't care.
Yeah, you go.
'cause
I
I've
wanna
already
see.
tried one.
I don't know.
couple
I feel like we all have to do it together.
You don't
right?
have
Yeah. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right,
1, 2,
here we go.
3,
Here's
go.
Chiltman.
Holy Christ on a cracker.
Yep.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, maybe you're supposed to
Just
eat the
wait.
seeds.
Oh, it's a little pea. You can't get the seeds out of it.
Ooh.
It's already going away. I haven't even had any beer yet. It's already going away.
Mine-
For you maybe. Whoa.
Mine's not
that was
going away.
intense.
No?
No, I feel like
Well,
it's
the
not going
alcohol
away.
helped then. Go ahead.
Ooh.
But that little pie, it looks like a little red pea.
Man. Maybe it was because. All right, it's not. No, it's like still hurting on my mouth.
Ooh.
A little bit, but
I'm gonna drink some more beer. I will say that I probably have had a hotter thing,
oh yeah, I didn't say it was
Yeah.
the hottest thing to ever.
but that was still.
It's
Yeah, it's
hotter
starting to
than
go
most
away. but
jalapenos.
Ooh, that is intense.
Oh, this year they're not as fruity. This year, that's a little bummer.
I am not tasting fruit.
Yeah,
I'm not tasting any fruit, but my
Oh,
tongue is on
bummed.
fire.
Oh, I'm bummed.
Wow.
It hurts.
Carrie, I'm sorry. I did say it was really hot. I'm sorry. I didn't know if you eat hot stuff.
Nope.
Oh well, then you don't do it. Why did you do that?
Cause I'll try anything.
Okay, well that's fair. I appreciate it. So I'll
My
put
nose will be running in a second.
I'll put a picture of a chiltepin bush as part of the show notes thing. But it's pretty cool. I have now, as long as I'm not rags by any means. I'm not. You want me to
Yep.
hit pause?
Yeah, can we hit pause
Yep.
and maybe
All
get
right.
some milk? Or
Just a
something?
second.
Yeah, it's bad.
All right.
All right, we're back.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the peppers in a second, but we're in the meantime, and there's a reason. And I'll connect it. If you go to stuartbadasso.com, there is and man, it's been a while, so I forgot the name of the company. We are an affiliate of this company that makes low carb macaroni and low carb food, and they do have a rye bread that isn't horrible. It's not as good as the Aldi's keto bread. But it's not for rye bread. It's that if you need low carbs, because
It's not a bad
the
rye
diabetes.
bread.
No, it's not bad. But I have to admit, I have not ordered from them in a while. Their macaroni, they did something to it, and it wasn't as good.
it's
I
not the
would,
same.
yeah.
Oh,
So
bummer.
I would totally go back for the rye bread, which I forgot about until our conversation right now. So maybe I will.
So
do that.
I mean, what we have right now is the Aldi
Yeah.
keto friendly white bread, and I actually really prefer like like wheat and rye, and
I
I actually prefer that over white bread. But this is actually really good white bread.
The what?
And it's,
Because
and
I've
it's
had
good
both.
and it's healthy.
The wheat tends to dry out faster
Yeah.
than the white to me.
Yeah,
so I kind of stick with
it's
the
a
white.
good. You know what? It makes a really good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I will tell you that right now.
So the reason we have bread here in Dickoff Studio is because with the peppers, apparently I am a really good farmer and didn't realize it
Jesus.
because
Yeah, I'm finally starting to feel
Yeah.
like almost.
yeah, now
normal.
it's good. Now I'm
Now
okay.
I just feel like a normal, like, oh, you just had a hot pepper.
so we had to hit pause.
Now I just feel like I
and-
came from the dentist. It just feels like Novocaine
And
now.
I had to go downstairs, and now you can go get into a bar fight. And you won't even feel it.
Dang.
See? Yeah.
Oh, good.
just
Oh, a
don't-
good
No.
good bar fight tonight.
Just don't get knifed
Yes.
Oh, I.
because peppers won't do anything for that.
It's not Saturday. It's good. I only get knifed on Saturday.
Oh,
nights.
okay.
Saturdays,
Good.
just
Good.
Saturdays.
It's good to have these things scheduled out.
Yeah.
I have standards on a Friday.
Well, yeah, sure. Oh,
Well, you're with us, so clearly.
pretty hot.
It's my highfalutin night.
That should be in your profile. On
This is
Tinder.
my highfalutin night too. Yay! I love my life like this,
I feel
though.
like I'm being mocked somewhere.
No, I'm not.
okay.
Actually, I love the fact that this is like my highfalutin.
Okay.
Like this is what I like because I enjoy being at home and watching horror films with my husband and hanging out with my dog.
So it is rare, but you can find dried chiltepin powder online and stuff like that if you want, because they do tend to grow in the wild, and only idiots like me try to grow it in their bedrooms.
Idiots like us eat them.
Yeah,
we just eat
okay.
one.
I'm sorry. I really did not know they were going to last this long because they.
I don't know. I'm
have
proud
not
of us for
looked
doing it.
I'm
we
proud of
just
us too,
went right
but-
ahead and did it.
Like I said earlier, the Culo burn that's going to happen later. I'm not happy about.
Cooler Burn from Hell will be the name.
It
of
is
the
going to be pretty bad. I'm going to tell my husband about that, and he's going to laugh his ass. Well, he's going to go, honey, I feel sorry for you. And
show.
wait, why would you
Is-
do that?
Is Dan a hot food eater?
he,
I
you
said
know
that
what?
poorly, but-
He does like spicy food. Like we both do like spicy food, but even he is also like both of us are slightly more sensitive to it than we used to be. Like I used to
Oh,
eat
yeah, probably
Ethiopian.
age, I
yeah,
wouldn't,
like Ethiopian food is some of the spiciest food that I love to
Well,
eat,
there's a
and I
difference.
can't eat it like I used
There's
to, which
also
makes me
that
sad.
term spicy. I think there's a difference between spicy and hot.
Hmm.
I think because what we just ate, I don't think was quote spicy.
No, that was hot. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. You
that
know
was
what?
hot.
Okay, then if we want to use that as just like the heat,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what-
heat
yeah,
on something like okay, so Ethiopian food
Yeah.
tends to the heat on that tends to be pretty high.
Okay, yeah.
And it's
been
fucking
a while.
delicious.
I've
It's delicious.
yeah.
It's some of my favorite cuisine I eat. I love the Nirja bread is delicious anyway, but the food tends to be on the spicy side. So I don't order it or buy it as much as I used to anymore. It makes me sad.
So I do so I almost never get to eat it anymore because I don't cook just for me, or if my wife doesn't just cook
Right,
for her.
yeah, right.
So
Because we're not rich, we can't just do whatever the fuck we want. Like,
well,
all the time.
I
Well, I've
mean,
never had it, so.
sometimes we will eat separately, like dinner or whatever. And when I'm by myself for some reason for dinner, I will make some fucking hot ass shit because I do like it, but it's still gotta taste good. There's some
Right.
there's some wankers who just try to be manly men and
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
that's
eat it
stupid.
that tastes like crap.
Oh no, because there is some spice. There is some
There's-
hot
there's-
sauce out there that I really do like. There's
And there's really hot stuff,
Right.
but it tastes like crap. It's like, okay,
Right.
I get it. I can't feel my face.
like I really like the green sauces, the jalapeno sauces because jalapeno is a mild pepper, fairly mild pepper, but it has just the right amount of heat for what I can handle right now. So you give me like a jalapeno sauce with some vinegar and some other shit, I am fucking on it. And that's the other thing is I don't like to go mild with my hot sauce. If I'm going to put a hot sauce on something, I want to fucking drown it in the hot sauce. So that was the other reason I can't go too crazy because, like Frank's, I mean, around this part of the country, like Frank's Red Hot, I don't know if it's around all over the country, but Frank's Red Hot is definitely popular in this part of
there's
the
like
world.
a
That's
national
Buffalo.
ad campaign, so I'm assuming.
Right. But anyway, like I have in my house the huge fucking container of it that you can buy because
We
See,
have,
I don't do hot sauce because I don't.
I have to drown my food with it.
You can't taste anything when there's hot. Like
You have to have the right
it
hot.
drowns
Well,
out
yeah, you
all
have to-
flavor.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have to find the hot like that. Like Frank's to me is like the type of hot, or like a jalapeno, is like the kind of hot that I can still put a lot of it on my food and still taste the food. Because I'm like, yeah, I don't want. I still want to fucking taste it. I don't want it to be stupid.
I think I'm just super sensitive to the heat, so it just
Have
drowns
you
out all
ever
the other
liked hot-
flavors.
Like, have
not
you ever
really.
liked hot food?
Carrie,
okay.
you should. You could have not participated in my dumbass thing.
I know.
No,
I've
because
at least
that's-
eaten plenty
no,
of hot food in the
so-
past. I just don't do
No,
it
what
as
I'm
much.
saying is, but that's all we
Man,
were
you're
eating.
fucking- that's kind of fucking ballsy, man. I
I know.
That's
But
like
that's
some,
all we
that's
were
some big
eating.
dick energy. Let's go.
There you go. Hey, BD.
Or big Culo energy, I guess. Is just staying with the theme.
But we weren't eating anything else. So what
Well-
I'm saying is, if I'm going to eat something spicy, that's what I'm going for. If I want to taste, I don't taste anything else. Is what I'm saying. I don't.
Oh, okay.
It
just-
overshadows any other flavors.
So I
feel like
need-
you still need to get the right hot sauce, because I feel like the right hot sauce would probably. I mean, maybe then you might, if you enjoy the heat a little bit, then
How about
maybe. you would-
sriracha? Are you okay
Well,
with
sriracha's
sriracha?
a good one too.
I like sriracha.
I guess I haven't had the right experience with the right cooks. Maybe.
You just haven't found the right hot sauce yet.
That's what
Apparently,
I say.
I haven't
100%
experienced.
believe-
I
Think there's an
don't
apple
go
hot
many
sauce?
places.
Swipe left
Oh,
on
remember
hot sauce.
Uncle Brother?
I've never
Yeah.
really gone
Hot
out.
sauce.
I don't really go out to eat much.
When I got the email from real quick, let me
Sorry,
back up.
this goes
No, no.
back to some
So
time.
we had a dude on our show, and it's in the archives. I would have to put it on Patreon, and I say I do that every week, and I never do.
Who I
his-
also thought was very
Brendan.
handsome.
Yep,
Very
Brendan.
handsome man.
I think it was my first ever adapt trip down in DC in my protest for professional protesting days, and it was before I had reached that high pinnacle of in the hierarchy of adapt. So I was just a grunt, just a soldier, and I had extra time on my hands. So I was walking around, and there was this outdoor festival type thing, and this guy had this booth outside he was selling his hot sauce that he made. So I tried it on the little cracker or pretzel or whatever. So, this is good. I bought a couple bottles. It was amazing.
It's amazing hot
Yeah.
sauce. I mean, it was so
he does
good.
a regular red one, which is like hot peppers, and then he does one that's ginger based, which is okay, but
The
I
regular
didn't
one is
like-
the one I like.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that regular
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is delicious.
So I was like, holy shit, this shit's really good. I got to reach out to this guy, and we had him on the show. This was back in the day when I'm like using Skype, and it sounded like real garbage when we did long, faraway interviews. This is put before Zoom, and then so I kept buying the stuff, and then it just kind of disappeared.
disappeared for a
And I
while.
went to the website, and like the website was kind of gone. I was like, all right, well, he decided to do something else. And then about a year or so ago, I get an email out of nowhere. It was a marketing thing. Uncle
we
Brother's
used to be
back.
friends on Facebook.
Yeah. He just
so,
wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't around anymore either. Something happened, and I was like,
Oh, I
and
should,
I
I
think
should look him up, see if he's on the Facebook.
I
again.
think I replied and said, "Hey, dude, you should come back on." I think or else I did it in my head. But the hot sauce is really good, and I just have too much in my fridge of other bottles. And once I get rid of those, I'm actually gonna order more.
Oh, I should order some because I only have a couple right now.
And if I ever like do that, like we've talked about this a million times, like when you with your friends and you get drunk, let's open a bar. But if I ever have like my own place, that's going to be the hot sauce I have on tables. I will totally use Brennan's stuff. And then that was the name of Uncle Brother.
Uncle Brother.
Uncle
Nice.
Brother's hot sauce.
Okay.
The red one is really good.
so fucking
See, I
good.
don't know. I mean, it's not that I don't like spice. So, like, I used to make chili was one of the things I used to really like to make,
Oh,
and I
chili
like
is so much fun to make.
to make chili, but I like you need to be able to add your own spice.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own personal.
Right.
And
Right.
the best chili, and I can't remember who made it, but I remember the best chili I ever had. It had spice to it, but it wasn't spicy when you first ate it. The spice like crept up on you, right? But you tasted the sweetness first.
Yeah,
What?
the sweet and the spicy.
What? What's
No,
so
that's like-
funny?
that's like
and I've
perfect.
never
I
been
love
able
sweet and
to
spicy. I
replicate
love
that.
the
I
sweet and the
cannot
spicy.
figure out how to do that. It was the best I've.
You have
I
to have the right
cannot
pepper again.
replicate
It's the right
that.
pepper.
To me, that's how you do spicy. Where you
Yeah.
don't taste the spice first, where you actually taste flavor first, and then the heat comes after.
There's
Why
one
is that
spice.
funny?
There's this one
No.
hot
'Cause
sauce
that's
called
the
Cherry
best.
No,
Bomb
no,
that's
no.
like
I'm
that.
going to tell you what. I will tell you why it's funny, but I'm just. I guess I don't think we've ever done this on the show before. I have to. I will not say why I started laughing if you tell me I shouldn't, because I have a trigger warning.
Okay.
I have a story that involves your mom,
Oh boy.
and that's not like I'm not making a your mom joke. This is legit. Is it okay?
It's okay.
Okay. So I have not thought about this in I'm old. I have not thought about this in probably
My mom made the worst chili.
45 years.
Oh, did she?
Oh my god, it was horrible.
Well,
She burned it all the time.
No, but I have not thought about this in over 40 years. This is how what of a relatively traumatic experience for me is. I remember when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom would make chili, and I don't like beans. And so I wouldn't eat it, and I would get messed with all the time because I wouldn't eat the
it's
fucking chili because I
horrible.
don't, not because I don't like the taste of chili. I don't remember what it tasted like. But I remember eating around
If you
the
don't
beans.
like beans, I mean, beans have.
Oh,
a
she
very
loaded it with the
specific-
beans.
But she loaded it with beans, and
'Cause
so
that's how
it's
she would
very
stretch it.
specific
I
texture.
remember
If you don't
whenever
like it,
she
you're done.
right.
Yeah.
So
And
whenever
they were kidney
she
beans. It wasn't even
Yeah,
the
they
good
were.
beans.
I mean, I love beans, so
I make
would
mine
love
with
it.
black beans, or at
Yeah.
least
Ooh,
sturdy.
I love black
I
beans.
could probably
Yeah, black beans are better
tolerate
for
that better than kidney
Oh,
beans.
kidney beans are
But
horrible.
I just were you
I mean, I'll
talking
still
about
eat it,
chili?
but-
Just I haven't thought about this in literally 40 plus years, and it just came flooding
she'd
back
burn
to me.
it.
Oh, she'd burn it
She'd
too?
always burn it.
No.
She'd use kidney beans,
but it
and
was all
then
about the
she'd do the
beans.
tomatoes with the skins on them. So you'd get the tomato
you
skins.
still have the skin
in.
on
Oh my god, it was
it?
horrible. Worst. I mean, I'm surprised I make
Really?
chili to this day because of how much. And she made it all the time.
She did,
And
that's-
she always made
and
it.
I
Always
and
made
now it's flooding back to me after decades. Like how I used to, we're having
Oh,
chili
we're going
today,
to
and I'm
Carrie's.
like,
oh,
I'm
Carrie's mom made chili.
I'm not eating. I'm good. I'm not eating.
I
would
will
go
say though
hungry.
that is one of the things that I was really good at making chili.
Well,
but
yeah,
I
because
used
you
to.
fucking had to get over
No,
your
no,
moms.
because I used to can. I used to can tomatoes.
Did you peel them first?
I know how to do it because I used to
Okay.
grow, and I used to grow my own tomatoes, and then I learned, and then I used to go to
awesome.
farmers market. I used to get tomatoes, peppers, and onions, and a friend of mine
Get
we
like
used
a
to
huge
can-
amount of them and
but we
can
used to
'em?
can them together, and I used to have this recipe because we canned them where we did the tomatoes, onions, and peppers together, canned, so they would
Okay.
sit together.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
that was
yummy.
the key. Oh my gosh! So when you
yeah,
made
for
the
soup or like any
so
well,
the
anything.
chili we made with that
yeah.
was freaking amazing. So
Well-
it
That's a
wasn't
great
necessarily
idea.
spicy.
No, I understand.
However, it's freaking amazing.
Oh, that sounds good.
So, I guess so. One of my plans. I just don't take this the wrong way. I just
Mm-hmm.
I would after this. I don't because I don't know how this is going to turn out. I am going to take some of the chiltepins because there's a lot left on that plant. Those 3
Mm-hmm.
little peppers. There's a lot left.
You grind that up, that would make some good chili powder.
Well,
it
I
would.
tried to dehydrate them and it just turned into a weird sticky mess. I'm not good at this sort of shit. So anyway, somebody mentioned to me
Do you
today.
have a dehydrator or you just a
no, we
dehydrator
used
in
to,
the
no,
oven?
there were directions on how to do it using no air fryer.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah,
it,
that makes sense.
it just turned into a
Oh,
piece
bummer.
of, anyway, I could probably freeze some, but I am going to maybe, if not this weekend, next. When I go to the public market tomorrow for some activism stuff, I have to get some more sassafras because I'm out. I actually am making gumbo with it. Not all of the peppers. I'm not going to make it that ridiculous, but I got to use these things, and I love gumbo, and I haven't.
Might as
had-
well. Plus, you can freeze it.
Yeah, but you're welcome to try it. But there's going to be children.
Oh,
it'll
and
be too spicy for me.
One
I
don't know how
believe
many
you.
to use.
Well, are you putting like shrimp and stuff in it, like regular
I'm
gumbo?
not gonna do shrimp.
I mean, I'm allergic
like
to shrimp, that's why-
because
yeah,
I
I
know there are
can't.
too many people who
Yeah,
are.
I'm allergic to it.
So I tend to I'll just do sausage and chicken. But I know the traditional has shrimp in it too.
But what kind of sausage do you do?
It depends on what I have on hand. But and
Like
speaking,
I don't because I'm such a picky. Like now that I'm eating, like I also don't eat pork, Dave. So
well then maybe not because the last time I was at the place we were talking about earlier before we started recording, when I was at Abundance Co-op, they had some
where my son works.
Yes, that's why I brought it up. This I did see some andouille sausage that I liked, and that's I assume there's
Where
pork
is
in that.
abundance?
No, that's it's probably
Where-
good pork.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's there, it's probably pigs that are taken very well care of.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like
If
and I
abundance, yeah.
yeah, and I get that, and like Dan and I have talked about the fact that we don't eat pork, and it's just a like people always think it's because are you Jewish? Well, he is, or Muslim. I'm like, nope, not Jewish, not Muslim. Well, he's Jewish, but that has nothing to do with it.
You don't have to eat the hoof.
We just don't. We just like pigs. That's the only reason. We just like pigs a lot. We
Look,
think they're
I
awesome
couldn't.
animals.
I couldn't cook pork for the longest because my daughter loved pigs.
Yeah.
In fact, I
I
had to
have
look
no-
into
no,
whether
I
we
don't
were
like pigs.
zoned.
But I don't judge other. Obviously, I don't
My
judge
my
other
daughter's
people.
bridal shower was pig themed.
Well, I will. But this is the thing
Probably
that I
not
was
the
saying.
dinner,
Like,
though.
if Dan and I were in
Right.
another country, and we were being
We
at
didn't eat
someone's
pigs, but it was
home,
pig themed.
and they said like we're serving you food and there's pig in it, I'm going to eat it because I'm not going to be a fucking rude asshole in another country and not there might be some things I wouldn't eat, but I'm not going to
Pig eyeballs. I pass. I'm not eating any eyeballs of anything.
I've eaten eyeballs. I've
Have
eaten
you?
fish eyeballs,
Yeah, unless it's made into bologna or something or hot dogs.
which probably happens.
It's probably I was
But anyway, if we were traveling and we were somewhere and we were
Dad.
and they
Just don't tell me
fed
what
us,
it
we
is.
Dad.
Yeah, just
I'll
please
just
don't
eat
tell
it.
me what
Just
it
don't
is.
talk about it. If it tastes good, I'll just eat it, and
encasing.
we don't need to talk
Please
about
don't
it.
tell me what it is.
Dad. Just
Dad,
My-
it's your dad.
No,
Somebody
my-
ground up your dad, Brian.
no,
Did
no,
you hear
no.
what your son said?
he knows what I'm saying because there's this weird thing on that side of the family. It's like hot dogs are like this religion in my family.
Oh
on that
no,
side.
they do. They love the.
Yeah.
They love theirs.
I can't eat I won't eat a hot dog ever.
Okay.
Ever.
I'm not-
Do you
Notice I
know
didn't
what's in
bring
them?
you one. I just
Do
brought
you
a
know
couple.
what's in them?
Relatively.
No, you don't. That's
I eat
why.
Relatively.
we eat Hebrew national ones.
We
whatever.
even them, you don't know what's in them.
I know, but we do eat them on
Hebrews,
occasion.
right?
There's-
I'm just
saying it's one of the
Look.
few ones we do eat on occasion. Very rarely do we
Okay.
eat hot dogs ever, but we do eat Hebrew national.
I
on
know
occasion.
I had to have told this story on the show, but I'm doing it again anyway. Like I do to my students. I know I've told you this. You're hearing it again. So I took this lesson from another teacher, like we all do, right? We're good at stealing stuff.
Absolutely.
But I did say I
have to.
took it from somebody. I didn't make it up myself. So I haven't used it in years. But I used it back in the day when we had overhead projectors.
Those are
Don't
the
you
best.
love
Look at
overhead
you.
projectors?
The
I mean, if
nostalgia.
I have
I've
vis-a-vis
had one.
markers still. I still use my vis-a-vis markers.
By the way, speaking of nostalgia,
I wish I had one.
have you seen? I'm tangent, but I'll come back. Have you seen Inside Out 2 yet?
No, I'm about to.
Okay, I just
I
bought
might
it.
have to
I have
rent
the
it.
DVD.
Oh.
Yeah, he told me I had to watch that. I didn't know, but I am going to.
The only
watch
thing
it
I'll say
eventually.
is that nostalgia makes an appearance. I'll just put it there.
Oh, we love nostalgia.
Yeah, well, no, not yet. Go back. Go back.
Amanda has the characters on her T-shirt. She is my daughter.
So anyway,
Cute.
so I do this thing where students come in and they sit down, and I'm like, hey, I was just at the store and I was just thinking about you guys. I was like, I just thought I'd get a snack for you. So everybody gets one. You pick, but the only thing I have to say is you can't start eating it until everybody has one. Right, because I make it sound
Makes
like I
sense.
want every right. Well,
No, that makes sense.
So you think, but here's where I go.
Well, I mean, it's hard, but I get it.
What? So so I have a bag of like a little bag, individual sized bags of like popcorn, right, and then Slim Jims, and then I have Tootsie Rolls, and I was like, you choose. I'll come around. You decide.
the Slim Jim, they have like a Dorito Slim Jim right now.
Just stay with me on this, okay? This is pre-Dory. It was just one Slim Jim back in the day. Damn it!
I know.
And you are thankful to have your
I
one
was,
Slim
I
Jim.
was, but now they have a
No
Dorito
Tabasco
and
Slim Jims.
they have a
no
Dorito
Monster
and a
Slim Jims.
Frito-Lay chili cheese one, and
Damn
they're
it,
both
you
fucking
kids!
delicious.
You're so spoiled with your fancy, different
fancy
flavored
Slim
Slim
Jim.
Jims.
Taki, Slim Jim.
I fucking love Takis.
Oh my
too.
God, those are nasty.
So,
I
well,
love Takis.
I'm sure Takis would fall into this if they had been invented yet. when I
Again,
do
no
this.
flavor. It's all hot.
So
Oh, I get the.
I wait
list.
for everyone to get one. I'll say, okay, everyone's got one. Okay, feel free, go ahead. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put this overhead up, and we'll go ahead and get started. And I put up because it was around the time whenever I would teach about the 1930s when the government started. Part of it was about the Depression and FDR, but part of it was just how the government got more involved in our lives, and how the FDA started, and how this chart from the 30s on the parts per million of rat hairs allowed in Slim Jims, popcorn, and Tootsie Rolls. And so they'd be eating it while there's this chart up there of how many rat hairs are allowed in the shit they're eating.
Wow.
So it was amazing. Every fucking time I did this, I didn't take stats on it, but it really was right down the middle. 50% would be like, ew, and kind of stop eating, and the other 50% like, huh, really? Okay, as they're shoving it in their mouth.
They keep eating.
And they kept eating it, yeah. So, I mean, this type of, like, what's in the hot dogs, dude, the stuff that we eat, man, if an eyeball is staring at me, I'm not fucking eating it. If you give me a burger and say, hey, this is Sophie, and show me a picture of a cow, I'm probably not eating it, but if it came in a package and I didn't kill it myself,
and I'm just at like some like
I'm gonna fucking
some
eat
cookout,
it.
and
I
somebody
am.
hands me a burger, I'm just gonna eat it.
I know.
I know.
I'm not saying you
I
should
feel-
be
I
me,
feel the same
Carrie,
as you, Dave.
but I totally understand what you're saying.
Oh no, I
And
know. If I
thought
don't think
about
about
it,
but I can't not think about
I
it.
know I'm probably.
Well,
eating
here's the thing: is
Anus. I
a
understand.
teacher of mine
But it's
worked
so
at the
tasty with cheese
Zweigels.
on it.
But a teacher of mine worked at the
relish, a little
Zweigels
mustard,
factory
yum.
and explained to me what he saw when rats would jump in the vat, and I can't get that picture out of my
I'm
mind.
Yeah, I'm sure that in that
I'm
case,
sure. And it's not just hot dogs though. It's
Oh, I totally
almost-
get that,
So I'm like and I was very
and I can't get that picture out of my head.
before I left for Hawaii.
I can't even eat a hamburger from McDonald's.
Oh well.
Well, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, for
Ever.
other reasons, activist reasons.
Yeah.
But before I left for Hawaii, not because I was taking a stance on anything, I had just kind of gravitated toward. I was very, very close to like not vegan but vegetarian,
Oh, I'm very close to it too.
and then
Just
and
out
then
of
when-
grossness.
And then I got the diabetes, and because I had to focus on away, because when I was very close to vegetarian, there was a lot of rice and pasta.
Yes, there was a lot of stuff you really shouldn't
Right,
eat.
yeah,
right.
It's
So
tough.
then once the diabetes, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, man, back
still
up the cow anus. Here we go.
You know what you know what I think about is our friend Keziah, who had
Yeah.
to eventually go back to eating
Yeah,
meat
yeah.
again because she was told that by her doctor, I'm like, you have like such and such and such issues. I hate to say this, but you really need to start eating meat again. And she did. I mean, she had to. I mean, it's like not every diet is the right diet for every person.
One of the OGs of the Stuart Badasso show. If you
One
get
of
a
the
chance
OGs.
to listen to the first year of our show,
Mm-hmm.
she was one of the originals.
And I only got to meet her once or twice, but well, I mean, we're friends on the Facebook,
Yeah.
and I get to see her and her wife and their little man being adorable.
Never
But
met,
yeah, she
never
was-
met her wife.
Hmm?
Never met her wife.
Well, anyway, yeah, but she was, but she's one of those people
It's a
I
funny
think
story,
about
though.
when people talk about like, oh well, this is the right diet and this is the right diet. I'm like, you can't say that. That
Yeah.
never really is true.
Yeah. So,
Hey, guess what?
hey,
The one thing I wanted to talk about, I'm gonna get glasses.
don't you have glasses?
No, I haven't had glasses in over 10 years.
But you've had glasses. Didn't I see you with glasses?
Yeah, I have readers.
Oh,
I only have readers.
that's it?
Yeah.
Ever?
No, I had glasses. Like, so when Dan and I
Okay,
first
I've known
met.
you more than 10 years. Bro.
Oh, yeah, I totally have had glasses in
okay,
the
that's
past.
what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah, but I haven't had glasses in over 10 years. And I finally did it.
Nice.
I made an appointment with the eye doctor, went to the eye doctor, did all the things, and guess fucking what?
Huh.
My vision is fucking awesome for a 52-year-old.
Nice.
I was so excited about it because, I mean, we all know when you get around our ages, it's like you get so rarely do you
Yep.
get positive health.
Yep. Very
Ever?
rarely.
Like,
Very
it's-
rarely.
It's so rare. So, I mean, I already knew I needed glasses and I need progressives. And I'm like, cool, I already figured that out. But my prescription for someone my age is still pretty minor, pretty low. And I have no macro degeneration. My cataract and astigmatism is of a normal range for someone around my age, actually slightly lower than someone at my age. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I have
Nice.
something healthy to talk about. I have healthy
Wow.
fucking eyes.
Nice.
I know.
Nice
Nice.
job, Four Eyes.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm really excited.
I'm
So-
saying that with glasses
Dexter.
on my face.
Right,
Right.
Dexter.
of course, I know.
Well, I just got my new ones yesterday.
I am so excited. I ordered so because I have Medicaid, I do have it's Blue Cross Blue Shield XLS Medicaid, and there is different types of Medicaid in New York State. Like people don't know that, but there is. Anywho, I have that one, and there were free glasses I could have gotten, but I hated all of them.
Bet you they were Obama glasses.
Probably were.
I don't know if that's a thing.
No, they were just glasses that just weren't my style.
I just wanted
at
to
all.
say that.
I know.
Oh my God, Obama's a dick.
Wait,
Okay, sorry.
wait.
I'm sorry. I said that, and that's probably why I was.
Why is he a
bailing it.
dick?
We'll talk about it after the.
So
glasses,
anyway,
Don't you dare call him a dick.
oh no, he's a dick.
No, he is not a dick.
Okay, you wait.
I
When I'm
love
done.
Obama.
Well, you're
well,
not
I love Michelle more, but
Okay.
Well,
So
I'm
anyway,
not talking about Michelle.
I'm really
don't you dare
excited
talk about Michelle.
about the fact that I found a website, and I think
She married a dick.
everybody should go to who needs to have glasses. If you have to pay for them, go to fucking zenny.com. Zenny, Zenni. First of all, they had so many styles there. So many fucking styles there. If you don't need progressives or anything of that nature, if it's a really, really simple, I just need glasses. You know, you're either nearsighted or farsighted, and you just need a simple pair of glasses. They're ridiculously cheap, like under $50.
Oh yeah.
With progressives, mine were still. It was $90 with
but-
everything.
But mine are. I have the 3.
I can guarantee you. Well, that's kind of what.
Wait,
progressives
I'm
are.
sorry. What the fuck's try? I've never heard of that.
The 3
You have one for
far, middle,
computer.
and sight.
Yeah,
Close.
but
Reading,
progressives do basically the same
Computer
thing.
and far.
Yeah.
Okay, shouldn't they just give you your ass a cane and a dog? What the hell? I don't understand.
No, that's
No,
not,
there's buy. I understand buy because you for reading and then either nearsighted or farsighted.
well, I'm going to say that's what progressives are. Progressives do the same thing.
I've never heard of try. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be funny because
There's
we're doing a show.
there's
but
bifocals and trifocals, and there's
I have
also
never heard
progressives.
of this trifocal.
Yep.
Isn't that just, they just strap a prism to your face?
No, my mom.
Oh, all right.
Because yeah, they
confused.
progressed. You could get progressives, and it'll be cheaper. Trust me. Well,
Well,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
little
I'll
late
let
now.
you know when
She's
I
had
get
these for a
them.
day.
I know, but I'll let you
But
know when I get
before
them.
these, I
Yeah.
still had the trifocals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
But
it
I
was-
haven't had new glasses in about
newfangled
8 years,
technology.
and it's the same prescription I've had for over 10 years. So
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah, so,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was
you got
actually
healthy
but I
fucking
had
eyes,
to
too.
have so I had to have new lenses because they were so freaking old.
Right. Which is fine.
Well,
but-
like everything's so blurry, but they
Should've
said
got a
my
monocle.
2 monocles.
No, just one. Switch it back.
Just
whenever
keep
you
switching
need
back
it.
and forth?
Whenever you need it. Yeah.
But what I
on this
was
eye,
going to do
on this
was
eye.
what you can do is get they call them workstation glasses because I do so much computer work that it's the two, but it's just for computer and reading.
If you get a monocle, I'll buy you a top hat.
Will you?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that.
That's what I'm saying.
I would just
For my part-time job.
As the Monopoly guy?
No, I'm waiting for my interview. I actually had an interview, but they interviewed me for the wrong job.
It's not. It's Michael's hot dogs. Is it?
No, it's not.
Good. Good for you.
So I
Would've-
got
that would've
like
been ironic.
into the interview, and they're like, so I started interviewing, and so they said, well, maybe you should just tell us a little bit about yourself. So I said, okay. So it might be easier if I just explain to you what I do in my job here, because I think it might be a little bit more explain, because I think what you might be looking for and what you're hiring for. So I started explaining to it, and then she stopped me, and I said, she said, I think we might be a little confused about what this job interview's about. Yeah.
I've had that once.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
In fact, my wife still teases me about it.
Yeah.
I totally misunderstood what the job title meant, and so they actually interviewed me, and when I got in there, and it was not what I thought it was, and I actually
Oh, wow.
stopped. I stopped.
That's
it.
never happened to me. That's crazy.
I stopped the interview. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Well, there was a big misunderstanding
Yeah,
because
I totally did not understand.
so
what this
so
job
they
is
they
about.
threw me I wasn't even done with the application. So it's this for BOSE, no, I don't know, BOSE. So you
school,
start
a school
school,
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
So you start the application, and what it says in the application is that they can see your application while you're filling it out. So the guy I originally
That's not creepy.
right? So the guy I originally was talking
like
to,
that.
because it's for I'm applying for a part-time job. I need
God,
I need
make
a second
mistakes
job.
all the time when I fill out shit and have to go back and fix it.
It's all online, so you can start it and stop it and keep going. Well, what it says is they can see, while you're doing it. So I had emailed the guy that I'm trying to do a per diem tutoring through BOSE's. And And I had mentioned to him, I said, it says that you can see, and he said, no, not until you complete it, I won't get it, because I was waiting to get my certification to email that to. So I said, I won't have it completed until I get the certification. He said, no, I won't see it until you get it completed. So I'm like, oh, okay. So apparently I clicked on, because I wasn't sure which application was for this particular whatever. So I had clicked on apparently the wrong one. So this woman, I guess, had sent me an invitation for
an interview.
An interview, and I thought it was from this guy. So I clicked on the time thinking it was with this guy. So yesterday, 2 days ago, it was yesterday, I had the interview thinking, so these 3 people pop up, and I thought it was with this guy. So yeah, like,
that's fine.
So I said, well,
was it like animal husbandry? And you were like, wow, I don't know anything about.
No, that was for a math position, a full time.
Oh, full time. But
Full
that's not
time.
what you're like.
But that's, okay.
No, and then I almost wanted to ask them, well, you didn't call my supervisor, did you?
We talked about
right?
Yeah, so
because I had clicked on the yes, you can call my, because I had already let my bosses know, don't, and I had prefaced them or let them know ahead of time, like, don't be worried about getting a phone call. I'm looking for a part-time job. I'm not leaving. But yet these people were asking about a full-time position, so I hope they didn't get a phone call.
Yeah, I tried to tell what's his name that, and then he let me go.
Right? Oh, freaking out now.
So I'm gonna get red glasses soon.
Red?
Yeah.
What, the frame's red, or are you getting transition
No,
where they?
I'm getting the.
No, the
I know.
where
I'm
they
so
turn-
ones.
So when I went on to Zenny, I ordered my glasses. I was gonna get a pair of like kind of something a little bit more like subdued, like something like yours, because I would probably wear a similar one that you're
Like, are
wearing.
the frames
Carrie.
red, or are the
Yeah, they're
lenses
red and they're
red?
funky and
Awesome.
No, yeah, they're
So
funky
you went the Elton
frames.
John route.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Are there feathers sticking out of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking about getting a more.
I almost went red with the little faded. It was, or no,
No,
it
these are like big red frames.
Ooh.
Fucking excited about it. I was gonna get something more subdued, and then I thought, why the fuck should I do that? I love funky, bright, obnoxious things.
It'll
I'll
suit
totally
you.
Do it. It'll totally suit me.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited about me having really healthy eyes and getting cool glasses. That's my life this week.
That's cool.
Very
I know,
nice.
It's a good, I'll take it.
So we're gonna talk about. I'm totally changing, like no segue whatsoever.
I love when we have no segue.
I know.
I think actually no segue is funny here.
Well, this isn't. Well, the subject is not funny. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
subject we started talking about before we hit record.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to talk. I think it's important.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Not
the
a
only
funny subject.
the only thing is, it's kind of gonna pretend. Depending on where you live, right? It may still pertain to you if you're listening in another country, like some people can do with podcasts. This really won't. In fact, when we talk about it, you're gonna be like, "You fucking Americans!" I swear to God. Or depending on the country,
My son-in-law says that a lot.
But there are some other countries where you may do just the opposite and say, "You guys really are. You shouldn't do that because it sucks." But those are the shitty countries. But so there's something for people who live in New York State in the United States. And we're going to go vote soon in, I don't know, 3 weeks. Well, there's early voting. So, like, early voting starts in a week, and then election day is in November 5th.
Yeah.
So, you get to vote for people. And I know you all are in New York State writing in Jill Stein. We can talk about that another time. But when you flip your ballot over, I believe there's only one referendum thing to vote on. I don't think there's more than one. Because you know what? I actually have my sample ballot right here, and I can tell you.
My son
for sure.
talked into writing in Jill Stein.
Good.
He wasn't going to
in
vote.
New York
And
State,
I said, hey.
Yeah, in New York State.
I said,
we
hey, you don't
know-
want to vote? I have somebody for you to write
Yeah.
in then.
Just
He's like,
like, and I'm sorry,
okay.
I didn't read it well enough to memorize. I'm not good at memorizing things, but another Muslim organization, this one I think a national one, just announced their endorsement of Jill Stein. I mean, Muslims are like, hey, both the parties are killing our people, and they won't take a stand, so F y'all.
Well, my son's he was a huge Trump supporter, and he's like, he's freaking lying to me. I was like,
my
hey.
God, that
Oh
guy's-
my goodness, he actually figured that out.
Let's
And I go, you don't like either one of them.
I
I
don't
said,
mind.
I go, do you like this, and this? And he's like, oh, I like that. I go, well, how about you write in this name?
Yes, there is
Nice,
only
nice.
one. There is only one thing
Referendum.
to vote on.
Okay, but it's a very
referendum.
important one.
Yes, it is. Basically, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna boil it down to 3 letters: ERA. So here's the thing. Most people don't realize, and actually I didn't even realize this till just a few years ago until I bumped into this article. So the Equal Rights Amendment, we all look at it, or if you care about history, we look at it with nostalgia back in the 70s. And there's pictures.
Everybody
of-
talks
Rob
about it.
everybody
Burnham.
talks about, yeah.
Gloria
And
Steinem was
Gloria
out there.
Steinem and Bella Abzug with their big hats and all that jazz. And everyone thinks it just the Equal Rights Amendment didn't pass and it went away. And actually, it's still out there. It could still be put into law. There were states that ratified it, not enough to make it an amendment to the Constitution, but it doesn't go away. The way it was written, there's no expiration date on this. So about, all right, I may get this wrong, but let's just say 3-ish, 4-ish, 5-ish years ago, a movement started again to reinvigorate this thing to get it going. And now New York has on its ballot to vote yes or no. Do you think because it goes state by state, should New York State, quote, approve the ERA? So to add to the total of states that have approved it, I want to say it's 2/3 of the states have to do it. And people get to vote on that. Now, Carrie, now we're going to talk about what the fuck does what transgender have to do with this? So there are, I'm just going to say it, douchebags transphobes who have take any opportunity to turn this into a thing because they got to know what's in your pants.
Yep.
To say, well, if the Equal Rights Amendment passes, it will mean that all transgender women can play female sports. And so now all these lawn signs are popping up, protect girls' sports. Vote no. But they're not calling it the ERA. They're not calling it, they're just saying Prop 1. So they're not telling people. So all the folks who don't quite understand, first of all, they don't understand anything about being transgender, period.
Well, first
But
of all,
also
can
people
we?
don't understand like what, because they make it look difficult sometimes on the ballot of explaining what a proposition means. And there's a lot of people who are out there who are fine and lovely people, but they just don't understand the verbiage that gets used, and that pisses me off because I feel like there are people who get misled because the verbiage is bad.
And then depending state by state how it happens, who decides the verbiage. Sometimes if whoever makes that decision doesn't like it, they make the verbiage extra hard to understand so that it won't pass.
I know.
So that happens all the time.
I know, and I worry about that.
Yeah.
this.
So
Because there might be people who are fully for it, but they don't understand the verbiage, and so
basically
they
you're
go-
voting. You're basically voting for the Equal Rights Amendment. That God forbid we
It's just
treat
it just
women
drives me crazy
equal.
that people are just they're just messing with these kids. I'm sorry.
That's that group that obsesses about that is using it. I think there was a couple other shitty ass groups that are using.
Yeah, remember
this
we
to-
got they were there at the Labor Day parade. They
Right.
were handing out flyers.
Yeah.
I think you and I both got one.
I mean, they keep bringing up that the Olympic boxer who, how many times have they proven that was not a transgender boxer?
No.
That
And by the
female
way,
boxer was
in
not
previous Olympics and lost, so they
transgender.
didn't care then.
They were not
She's not transgender.
transgender. Holy
Not that
Christ
there's
on a
anything wrong with
cracker!
it, but she's not.
I right. What I just don't understand
'Cause she
why.
quote unquote didn't look like a woman.
Right. you
But
don't
I
look
guess that's
womanly
the
enough.
problem.
She didn't
wherever-
box in a tutu, I guess,
I don't.
or she didn't have pink gloves.
No,
on.
she has she does have I mean
It's all about hate. This is the problem
Yeah.
with it. It's about hate.
there was something that I thought I read something about like her DNA has like something that was slightly
yes,
different.
she has a lot of male testosterone or male DNA or
Right,
whatever
it's
it
like
is.
that's
It's a very
naturally-
unique.
Well, you know what it is. She probably eats too many hot dogs.
Probably.
No, she has a genetic disorder that has a lot of male.
She has
Her
more-
DNA. There's
yeah,
something
she
with
has
her
more
chromosomes. It is a
testosterone or
very
something.
unique situation.
And again, I'll go
but
back.
biologically, if
Yeah.
you want to cut it down, like these people are being such assholes, you want to break it down. She
That's a woman.
biologically was born a woman, so fuck you. She's a woman, so fuck
She can't
you.
help that she was born with
So-
something that makes her an amazing athlete. That's just how people
exactly.
are.
So if you want to go that route, like, come on, like,
So-
come on.
Lots of people are born with traits that make them
Like, I
better
get
than
where
us.
they're
It's
going.
fine.
Like, I get it. So I think where they're going is, oh, so we're gonna fix the sport where you're gonna get people that are born male. They're gonna have surgery so
So-
that they can fix the sport and keep winning. That's not what's gonna happen.
So
But they're
if I'm
trying
a
to make it
dude-
look that way.
Look, if I'm a
They
dude,
want to turn this into Harrison Bergeron, which is a
But that's not what's
great
gonna
short story.
happen.
If people should read it, it's a
But
great
there's
short story.
people that are suffering
it.
inside because they're born into the wrong bodies, and they're turning this into a culture war that just doesn't exist, and it's just
well,
ugh.
because they make it exist. So,
Just-
so
I sit. You know what I did Friday? I sat with this young man who is devastated because he feels like a woman trapped in a boy's body, and he's 16 years old, and he wants to freaking die. Like, do they not understand?
Honey, poor thing.
I'm sorry.
So-
it's
I
just.
know. Yeah, babe.
so vote yes.
Vote
If you're in New York
yes.
State, vote yes.
Yes, vote yes. We want equal rights. We want
And-
equal rights for everybody.
Yeah, and so just-
remember, it doesn't
Look,
mean less for
basically
you.
we have to. I don't mean physically, but through every non-violent way possible. Folks like that, we just have to beat them back to the Stone Age. So we have to keep. They keep doing shit like this. Vote no can save girls' sports. We have to just fucking ignore them and vote for the shit.
Yep.
And eventually, they can sit in their house all by themselves in the dark, wringing their hands
And crying about it.
and shouting at clouds.
Yeah, like,
I
I just
mean,
can't care.
Back to the
about
Simpsons
it.
again. So I mean, that's just. And I will say this, because this is what I do. If you go to gp.org, you will see the Green Party's platform. We are in favor of the Equal Rights Amendment. So if you are a Green, we say vote yes. And anything that's mysteriously has been going out through Green Party emails, it may say, hey, vote yes. I wonder who did that.
We don't know, but vote
I
yes.
don't know. It's a
I
mystery.
don't know.
Yes.
It's a mystery. It's
Nobody
all
in this
it's
room, I can tell you that much because I send emails out. Oh, damn, sorry. So, yeah, so vote yes on Prop. Well, I'll say Prop 1, but it's
Prop
the only
1,
prop.
right?
Prop only.
The only prop that's on there.
There's
vote
only
yes
one
for
prop.
it.
There's no other props.
That's the prop. Vote yes.
Prop uno only.
But it also does more. I mean, it also it does more than just.
It has nothing to do with transgender.
No,
It-
I
the
know, but
people-
there's so much. It does more than just. Well, what does it give us?
Okay. I will read you. It's right here. It's actually not that long. 'Cause it looks longer because there's also a Spanish thing too. So it looks like it's twice.
This
as
is
long.
what it says. Here we go.
This proposal would protect against unequal treatment based on ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, and sex, including sexual orientation, gender identity, and pregnancy. It also protects against unequal treatment based on reproductive health care and autonomy. A yes vote puts these protections in the New York State Constitution. A no vote leaves these protections out of the state constitution.
Hey, you
And
know
I
what that says?
believe it would
Yeah.
also help with Roe v. Wade. It would help with abortion, wouldn't it? It would help with reproductive
I would
rights.
say that
I
I
would
was
think.
just thinking about the fact that some people will try to not keep somebody on who's pregnant, and that is one of those things that keeps some that you can't do that.
I think it would help with
because someone's
reproductive
pregnant.
rights, wouldn't it? If this is passed, it helps somebody with their reproductive
Well,
rights, doesn't it?
I'm not a lawyer.
it seems like
I
it should.
literally read you verbatim what it says.
It
So
seems like it should. I see your point on it.
I think they're trying to sneak around using this trans. I think that it's a sneaky way to help get
I-
abortion.
well, here's the thing. I promise you
I have a feeling that's
that
the
if
sneaky way
I
around.
promise you that if this had anything even sniffed of abortion rights, that the anti-abortion people would be all over this, and I don't hear them talking about it. Just the transphobes. So I'm
But
going
if it gives you equal, if it gives everybody equal
Unless
rights,
I
then you
hear
can't.
you.
Right, you can't say anything about abortion.
and again, I hear you, and I
Oh,
don't.
Maybe they're just not smart enough to figure that out.
Trust me, they got no, because there's people who make money off of this who are smart enough, and they'll just want to do it to make money. So, I don't think it does, and I think abortion rights need to be specifically codified for that.
I mean, they should, obviously.
And you and I have had this discussion, Melissa. The Democrats aren't going to do it because they fundraise off it. I know that's cynical, but it's been decades of this.
Well,
Prove me I'm
you
wrong.
can't deny it at this point. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But at this point, we can't deny it.
They've had decades to codify it and just not rely on Roe v. Wade. And
after this election, if we win this election and they don't codify it, there's no excuse anymore. I mean, this is it.
Honestly, I feel
if we're handing them this election and they don't make some moves,
they're not gonna.
If they don't, it's done.
Look,
I know we can.
But I'm saying.
Another weird thing, but we're fine. Look, something that came out just 2 days ago, a different topic, but the same topic at the same time. That Harris and Biden are saying, Biden and Harris, whatever order you want to go in, saying, look, we're going to make them have a ceasefire after the election. So basically, they're saying, trust us, even though they've had a year to do exactly what they're saying to do. They're not going to.
They can't.
No, they totally can.
How? How can they?
Stop giving them guns. Stop giving them bombs.
How?
Other countries.
Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that? Who has the power to do that? Biden?
Yes.
How?
We're the one that's the money.
Yeah, they do.
Biden doesn't have the power to stop the money. Congress does.
Oh my God, dude. We've gone around Congress.
How?
They have been sending the money. They have appropriation. They have the ability to appropriate.
Oh, okay. I'm curiously asking. I don't know.
No. We have totally gone past. We've sent U.S. troops over there just in this past week.
I know, but I thought America likes to support Israel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to. They're one of our allies, but one of our allies is doing something really shitty.
Oh, I agree with you. But if we were to,
what
if we completely cut them off? What happens? What does that make us look like?
Oh, I don't give a flying fuck.
I understand you don't.
Care about kids.
I understand you don't. But
that's what they're saying. They understand. They're seeing the polls and seeing that they're losing the Muslim vote. They're losing the left because they're not.
I understand what you're saying, but if we completely cut off, what does that say?
It says we care about human beings.
We care about humans. Yeah, I guess.
But what does it say to like politicos, to people who give a shit about that? Then yeah.
But it also says that if we bully you, we get our way. I'm not going one way or the other. I'm just devil's advocate here.
What you mean? I don't quite understand.
I don't know. Like if we bitch enough, we can make you do what we want you to do.
No, that's not about bitching. It's like literally not giving them the resources to kill kids. That's literally what I'm saying.
So then that means that...
And if they figured out another way to kill kids, okay, but that's not
I understand that. So then what position does that leave Israel in?
Hopefully to stop killing kids. I don't give a flying fuck about Israel. We can start talking about that if we want. Well, we're at 56 minutes in. Yeah. So... we can talk about the history of how Israel was created by the Britain and the U.S., but that's So
yeah, but we can also talk about the history of how America was
created.
There isn't
a country that exists that has the right to exist.
There you go.
Humans have the right to exist.
That negates what we're doing right at this moment.
No, there isn't a country around ever that has the right to exist.
Okay.
It's even in the Declaration of Independence. It says
but what about the people that are living in those countries at the moment right now? What does that mean for the people living there now?
Maybe their army, which are part of their people, will not go over and shoot babies in the head.
Okay. So, but what about the people living in Israel at the moment right now? What do they do?
Not kill baby. I don't understand what you're asking me, Carrie.
The people that are not in the army but just living in Israel. What do they do?
There are people protesting and such. I mean, it's not like
but if you've seen what they're actually protesting, it's not as
the average citizen
give peace a chance as you think it is.
The average citizen in
they're
Israel.
pissed that they're not doing more to bring the hostages back and then kill the Palestinians. It's not the give peace a chance protest that folks are trying to make it out to be.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know.
No one is to the best. Well. No, that's not true. I'm not going to say no one. But the main focus is not about completely just focusing on Israel's economy to mess up Israel. It's to stop the killing.
Agreed.
There is boycott. I am boycotting. I mean, there is BDS stuff that is to do that, but that is to stop the killing of Palestinian and now Lebanese and
Okay, so Israel pulls out of Palestine. Okay, they pull out. If they did, what would happen?
The way you said it, there'd be no more Israel. Israel wouldn't exist
Why?
because Israel is Palestine. Britain and the United States.
Okay, Gaza. My bad. I said the wrong word.
Okay.
They pulled out of Gaza. My bad. I said the wrong words.
There's going to have to be a lot of work done because they've basically bombed the shit out.
There's no
more buildings.
There's nothing left.
There's no more buildings left for the most part.
I mean, every fucking day I get another.
Yeah.
I swear, I said.
Yeah, but what you wanted was them to stop bombing. So if they stop bombing,
Yeah.
you'd be happy.
Oh, I wouldn't be happy. That would be a good start to stop killing.
Okay, but that's what you want if they stop.
Yes, that would be.
Okay.
That's the
That'd be great.
baseline.
Okay.
Yes, that's the yes. Please stop killing kids.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
Please stop killing women that are just
Like we
So
understand.
then what would happen to the people that attacked Israel? Will they stop attacking Israel?
Well, one of them is just.
Okay.
One of the Hamas leaders just died.
I guess the point I'm making
here's the
is
thing.
it ever going to stop over there?
Well,
No.
no. Well, hold on. Well,
Okay, then.
I don't know. But the attacking of Israel, okay, was about getting their fucking land back.
There's the problem right there. What you're trying to say is Israel doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Israel needs to go, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
Well, then we're gonna keep doing this.
Okay, then.
But
That's what you should have said in the beginning. Israel needs to go.
Well, they need to not exist.
There,
Because
that's
it was
what
a
you should
made-up
say up
thing.
front.
I'm saying it right now.
Okay.
I'll say it.
Well, then that's what you need to
Because
say.
they're a made-up thing.
Instead of saying you need to stop bombing, you should say you need to
but
get out.
No, today I need them. No, I don't need them. They need to stop bombing. I don't.
But you
whatever happens
you want to say more than they need to stop bombing. You want to say they need to stop
But
existing.
the people who are going to die literally as we're doing this, taping this, recording the show, that needs to stop. The other stuff about whether Israel exists or not, we can deal with that literally tomorrow. I'm trying to save the people's lives today who are being firebombed, who are under rubble.
But what about the people in Israel that don't understand all of that, but that live there under the premise that they don't understand what's going on? What about them?
I can't. If I say what
it's
is
a
in my
devil's
head-
advocate.
No, it's not. If I say what I want to say, I'm really generalizing and I'm putting everybody under one umbrella. But a lot of folks there, and this isn't me coming up with stuff or reading something on Twitter. Okay, I have done other readings of people who have been there. I'm not saying I've been there, but I have read from people who have been there. There is an overwhelming, more than I would say MAGA people here, but there is an overwhelming sentiment that they don't really give a shit about Palestinians. I honestly, people who consider themselves to be Israelis, we can deal with it after the bombing stops. And if that means they need to go back to their actual homeland, most of the cabinet, including Netanyahu, aren't from Israel. Fucking Netanyahu grew up in Philly. I mean, he's from Poland, but he grew up in Philly. That's not Netanyahu's not even his real birth name. I can't even remember what it was, but it's something that's not.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, most of the cabinet
makes
aren't
me
from
actually
Israel.
matter then.
They come in from other places and saying that they have a right to this land, they have a right to be there, and this is based on allegedly 2,000-3,000 years ago. No, man, fuck that shit. I'm just trying to stop people from getting killed that shouldn't be killed. What happens after that?
Okay, so but if
We'll
you
figure
go
it
with
out.
that logic,
Well, hold on. What are you doing with the mic? We're still recording.
we're still recording.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said that we were at 56 and we were done.
Well, we haven't stopped. We go over an hour almost every.
Oh, I thought we were done.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was just
Okay.
here. I'm sorry.
We can talk
Okay,
about
so
this
if
when
we
we
go with
get
that
there.
logic, then we shouldn't be here as Americans.
Yeah.
Correct.
I agree
We
with
talked
that.
about We talk about
Okay,
I don't disagree
so are
with
you? Oh, okay, but that's not going to happen either.
If I was told I gotta go, I don't know where I would go. 'cause
And there you go. Where are you
No,
going to
no,
go?
no. Okay, dude.
my
So
God,
where are
I'm
the
totally
Israelis
hold
going to
on.
go?
There are.
I'll go to Finland.
There are still people
Finland
alive.
doesn't want you coming there.
No, hold on.
Yeah,
There-
they do. I have
There's
friends
not
there.
enough
okay,
room.
there are still
there's
people
tons of room there.
alive over there who had their houses and land taken away from them. So this isn't like ancient history. I'm not talking about 2,000, 3,000 years ago. I'm talking about people who are still fucking alive who had their shit taken away. So this is still current. This is not ancient history. What we're talking about. I agree. Look, we don't belong on this land. I go to a lot of meetings where there's a land acknowledgement thing.
Yep.
How that
Me
figures out, actually, to be honest with you, a lot of Native Americans I've talked to or I've heard speak have said, look, we don't have enough people alive anymore. You killed most of us. We couldn't handle all this land anyway, but there needs to be some kind of reparations or some kind of arrangement.
It's not going to happen.
Well, hopefully it's
You do realize
vote for the
human
Green Party.
beings are predators at heart. We are animals.
We're terrible.
I don't agree with that. No.
You don't agree with
no.
science?
So no, I disagree that that's science.
That human beings are predators?
Sociologically and archaeologically, we have learned that actually humans started out as cooperative beings. That the killing of each other came later on, but we started out just from what evidence has been unearthed. We started as cooperative beings.
Predators don't always mean killing.
Okay, well, I'm talking about killing.
Okay.
Or taking land or whatever, that kind of genocide, whatever you want to call that. I mean, I am.
Predatory practices doesn't mean necessarily killing. It just means
Okay, that's a generic.
taking advantage of
Okay.
using, like, you use people to, like
Well, I'll
males
still-
are
okay, I'll still
predatory
take it
over
that way.
females.
What I said
type
is
thing.
still
Am I wrong here?
predatory.
Predatory practices.
The archaeology and sociology
Slavery is a predatory
evidence has shown
practice.
that we started as cooperative beings. That's why it says
I thought
capitalism is our
humans were
national-
always like slavery type.
No.
We
Nope.
enslaved
No, we
humans.
didn't.
Nope.
If you look at back to Neanderthal
Yeah,
and
nope.
like that
that is not.
part,
No, that is not.
Hmm.
No.
So, okay.
Okay, so we're definitely over.
Now we're over.
Now we're over. All right, so
So we evolved into slavery.
feel free to go. Yes, feel free to go to
We evolved into that
StuartPedasso.com.
male.
We're on social
all the
media
things.
you've never heard of. We are on Pillow Fort. I know you looked me to say that. You
my
giggle.
favorite.
I know
Pillow
it is.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I know.
I giggle every time.
I know. We're on Pillow Fort. We're on Minds.com, which is a fucking cesspool, by the way. We are on Lips.com, which you should be on, which is it's like Instagram with nudity.
Lips.
Why am I
Yes.
not on that? Why have I still not joined that? That's
There's not a
stupid.
lot of people on there. It started out as a really great thing, and it's just kind of sitting there. Y'all should be on Lips, looking at boobies and penises and
like
stuff.
cool,
Yes,
cool shit.
it is cool shit. And transgender folks are on there as well.
Nice.
We are on Blue Sky and Threads and Twitter because I refuse to call it what's his name shit.
Oh, what is it called now?
X. We don't talk about
We
it.
don't talk about that. We're on Tumblr. We're back on Tumblr.
Wait, we have to jump and we call it that?
And of course, Facebook and Instagram and all the other shit. So if you want to go and say what a anti-Semite I am, and by the way, Palestinians are fucking Semites, feel free to look that up. Now I sound like Joe Rogan. But
Also, you're super Jewish.
yeah, well,
like,
that's-
I mean,
so
you
what?
know,
Oh
There's
wait,
shitty
does that
Jews,
make you
too.
a
There's shitty Jews.
self-hating
no,
Jew?
you're right. You're
I've
right.
been called that.
No, you've been called that. You've been called that by somebody I know.
You know
very
who? Yep.
well.
Very good. So, all right, I have been called a self-hating Jew. I am ethnically Jewish. I am religiously and spiritually
Whatever
void
you
and
want.
empty.
Yeah, any of that
I'm a
shit.
vacuum.
See,
It's
that
just
still
just
confuses
DNA.
me. Is Jewish an ethnicity
Oh my God, we gotta talk about it. We gotta go.
Jesus,
We gotta
Mary
go.
and Joseph?
Well,
I can't even go there.
actually,
We're not here next week.
Maybe we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I won't
We
be here
m-
next Friday, but
Okay, we might have a show. We might not. We got some weird shit happening.
We gotta
Okay,
talk about it.
yeah, we gotta talk about it. So, all right, so we'll see you. But again, all the places we are, and you can be listening to Stuart Pedasso Radio
all the time.
24/7. Right now, it's actually really awesome there. So see
it.
you. Bye. And as angry as I sound, I really do care about you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
I'm Rich Honkies, and I approve this message. I'm Rich Honkies. I know there have been some Christian voters who have not understood my past acceptance of stem cell research. It's complicated. Sometimes in life, we have to think of the greater good. A politician must be ready to do outrageous and unspeakable things in the name of what he knows is right. And for me, using otherwise unusable medical waste was the sacrifice I was willing to make to get rid of the gay. To me, nothing was more important than research to prevent more of the gay. But things have changed. Last week, my son, Little Rich Honkies, told my wife Ophelia and I that he was gay. It took a lot of courage for Little Rich to come out, but when he told me and I sobered up, I knew that I had to change. So now I no longer need to be conflicted about killing medical waste to stop the gay. I love my son, and I told him that as we shook hands. So now when you vote for me this November, not only will you have another crusader in the fight against stem cell research, but someone who loves all of God's children, no matter how weird and icky they are. Wait, trans what?
Paid for by money for rich honkies.